of marrying.
And wedding gowns, and wedding feasts, and wedding balls.
Not to mention princes.
Yes, princes, and there's a problem, you see. There's a slight shortage of princes this year.
A shortage of princes?
How dreadful.
Most unfortunate.
I'm afraid so. There were some very fine princes, but it appears they all have been taken. One was swept up by a cleaning girl.
A cleaning girl?
Impossible.
Of all the nerve.
A cleaning girl named Cinder something or other. Very nice and a hard worker, too. They say she had only rags to wear except for a pair of glass slippers, but she took the prince away anyway. Another prince found some enchanted castle. Those are rather rare these days, but you do find one every now and again. Seems everyone had been asleep for years, including the king's daughter, a real beauty. Without even knowing the girl, the prince fell in love and woke her with a kiss.
A kiss? A kiss?
My word.
Of course.
You know magic spells. If you can't think of anything else to break them, a kiss will usually do the trick. Anyway, the prince was married before everyone could finish yawning. Another prince fell helplessly in love with the dead girl.
With the
Dead girl?
How frightful.
Good heavens.
She wasn't really dead. Another magic spell, you see. Her stepmother was a real witch. She couldn't stand the poor girl and put a curse on her. Everyone thought she was dead. She was so beautiful. They kept her in a glass coffin. Good thing, too. The prince wandered by and fell in love. A kiss did the trick again. One more prince taken. Lovely for them, but you see how it creates a problem for us?
It's a problem, all right.
And what a problem it is.
Most perplexing.
I will go find a prince myself.
Find a prince yourself?
Unheard of.
Quite improper.
I'm sure I can if a cleaning girl can find one.
Well, I've heard a prince or two might be left in the northern countries. You could try there, I suppose.
I will leave at once.
What have you made? Will you seek out your prince?
I hope you and Mother won't mind Charlie, but I'd rather not find a prince at all.
Not at all?
Unthinkable.
Have you lost your mind?
Not at all. I've never much liked being a princess. I'd prefer to be an ordinary sort of person and work in the gardens.
Well, I suppose 2 princes are enough for any castle.
Indeed.
Of course.
This nice young man who works in the garden. I believe he would marry me if you said he could.
And so they did.
Well, June, what have you?
Oh, I think I'll put an ad in the paper.
An ad
in the paper?
I'm quite happy being a princess, but I don't want the hassle of searching for a prince. Therefore, I shall put an ad in the castle town, and the ad will read, wanted, a princess to marry, preferably handsome and rich, must be wise and kind. Apply in person to Princess June.
Very well. Write your ad.
Perhaps.
Seriously? He missed like several lines. I'm not sure it's wise.
Sooner or later, a nice prince will answer my ad. Until then, I am quite content to wait.
Very well. Write your ad.
And so she did. It was not long before Princess April returned to the castle with the charming prince.
Now then, April, tell us how you found this fellow.
Wasn't easy, Father. I traveled north until I reached a castle. A queen and her son lived in it, but they wouldn't even talk about marriage. Spent the night and we'll talk in the morning, the queen said. The room was nice enough, but oh, the bed. I needed a ladder to climb into it. It was ever lumpy. I couldn't sleep a bit. I figured that since I was awake and the prince didn't seem very eager to marry me, I might as well move on. So I did. Of course, it was terribly dark out. Couldn't see a thing. Ran right into the door of another castle. When I rang the bell, a horrid beast came to the door.
A beast? A horrid beast?
Shocking.
Extraordinary.
It was dreadful. You can be sure. I don't stick around to find a prince there. I ran away as quickly as I could in the dark. Suddenly I splashed right into a smelly pond. A poor frog talked to me, or at least he tried. He had a raspy voice, hard to understand. I was tired, frightened, and so I didn't have time to listen to a croaky old frog.
That may have been a time to try a kiss.
Ah, yes, indeed.
Quite so.
A kiss? I never thought to kiss a frog.
Not to worry, my dear. You have a prince now. Do tell us how you got him.
Oh, yes. In the morning I wandered further north, and the snow was very deep. I was freezing, not to mention tired and hungry. I almost decided to go home and let my prince find me. Then I saw him. He was so tall, handsome, so marvelous that I almost didn't know he was made of ice.
Of ice? He was made of ice?
Remarkable. Chilling.
Indeed. He was enchanted, of course, by a wicked stepmother. You know how it is.
And you thought him out?
A kiss did the trick, just as you said. As soon as he stopped dripping, we hurried here to get married.
Everything is almost ready for the wedding. While you're away, we work day and night to prepare your wedding feast, ball, and gowns.
Gowns.
May has arranged to marry a young man who works in the gardens.
In the gardens? May is marrying someone who works in the gardens?
It's true. And why not?
Of course, he isn't just a gardener, he's a prince as well. Wicked stepfather, curses, and all that. A kiss did the trick once more. We can have a triple wedding as soon as a suitable prince answers June's ad.
Ad? She placed an ad for a prince?
Most upsetting. Quite distressing.
We've already been through this.
A prince.
Lower the drawbridge.
I tricked you, didn't I?
Hello.
Tom Thumb at your service. I am here about the ad. May I speak to Prince June, please?
Why, I am Princess June, but I'm afraid you are not quite what I was hoping for. You are much too small, and I'm not afraid of mice. I'm sorry, you just won't do.
Oh, well, it was worth a try. I guess I'd be off. Good day.
Well,
It was a very odd little man, only as big as your thumb. His horse was a mouse. I doubt he is really a prince. Oh, there's the bell again. Perhaps this will be my prince.
Well, so, a kiss wouldn't help?
Absolutely not. The ad must have gotten into Jungle Times by mistake. It was a lion.
a lion?
Beastly. I knew the ad was a mistake.
Perhaps you're right. The lion's gone now.
A man.
Tall, handsome man.
The man was indeed tall and handsome, but he was not a prince. Actually, I'm looking for a prince to marry.
The man was not a prince, but he was charming, kind, and wise.
If I married a princess, marry me.
Take him! And so she did. The next day, the castle was full of flowers and wedding guests. The three princesses were full of happiness. The king and queen were full of pride. The servants were full of relief. It was a marvelous wedding. The three princesses were stunning in their wedding gowns of silk, lace, beads, and jewels. The three princes were dashing in their wedding suits. The feast was delicious. No one went hungry in all the land